All right. Socially distant car reveal here in the city. It's my espresso, some water. I was supposed to be in Modena, Italy for this. I'm gonna wear my mask just because I feel like it'll make people feel a little bit better about themselves. But this is the Maserati MC20. Just launched. This is a prototype car, so you can't like start ripping buttons off of it. But it's essentially Maserati saying, I'm gonna step back into making sports cars. Not that they didn't make sports cars, but it feels like they haven't made sports cars in about 15 years, ever since the MC12. And that's what's really confusing about this, is like, I would think the MC20 would make the MC12 have to be the MC like 03, because it was in 2003. The MC is Maserati Corsa, and then the 20 is because it's 2020. So this car is pretty cool. They didn't give me pricing on it, but it's got a little bit of 918 in the front. It's got definitely the Maserati nose, but then it's got like the 918 with the i8 doors and the NSX philosophy of the V6 that cranks out enough power to do what it's got to do. It's got 2 spark plugs. I'm sure the mask looks stupid. I apologize for that. 2 spark plugs per cylinder, which is cool. It's got like a pre-combustion and another spark in the combustion chamber. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the idea behind this. And in their promo video, because this launched in Modena still, without us, they just had us go locally, but it launched in Modena. Like, can I just remind you, like, I was supposed to be in Italy right now, and I'm not because of coronavirus. But this launched in Modena, and I don't know, I think it's cool. I like the idea of it. I like everything about it. The video that they did had one dude who designed it, who's like, I don't know, he must have been 11 feet tall, because he looked like it was, I was like, it's like a guy walking around a Matchbox. His belt line was above the roof, but he's 6'7", and they designed it to accommodate tall people, which is actually very cool. Because that's one of the problems I have with the rental cars, is that you can't get everybody in the car, and usually like especially the Huracan Spiders and everything like that, there's like a 6'3" limit before your head is like sticking over the A-pillar there, and that's weird. So the fact that this is designed for taller people is actually very cool.
When you said that, I was like,
I like it. Everything looks cool. It definitely has like a Maserati look to the back of it. I like they've got like a trident. I don't know if I could stand on this, but I'm gonna hop up here. It's got like a secret trident on the back engine bay. I like how that's mixed in. I noticed in the reveal video 2 things that nobody else is gonna pick up on. One, on one of the screens in the back top, like for a second, it said Mr. JWW, which is cool because he's a YouTuber. And then another thing I noticed is the subliminal advertising to Asian people. I don't know if I could say Asian people, but the odometer on the car in the launch video had 888 miles, 888.8 miles, all 8s across the board, because 8 is a lucky number to Asian people. So I think it's the only thing I could possibly think of, other than the fact that that's just an incredible coincidence. But let's take a quick look here. Carbon ceramic rotors quickly became standard on all sports cars. I don't know what this car is going to look like price-wise. I want to say it's cool, all digital dash. I want to say the price on this, I'm going to assume like a $570. At first I thought MC20, MC12 replacement, and I'm like, oh, it looks a little subdued for that. And then when I found out it's just like Maserati stepping into sports cars, I got really excited about it. And if this thing is, let's just say, in the mid ones, like just say like a 130 base, optioned out 160, 170, I can't imagine not adding it to the rental fleet. I am slightly nervous as to the depreciation on Maseratis, but I guess the question to you guys is, would you rent something like this? I wouldn't pick this up as my own personal sports car just because I'm not swinging like that. But for rental cars, I buy cars that people want to drive. And I just like the idea that this is now Maserati's direction. You need more manufacturers getting into or getting back into making cars that people want to drive. There's your, as I said, the i8 doors. But all very cool. I do dig this. It's a cool launch. It was very socially distant. I guess I got to highlight that, where they have us all at single tables spaced out. This is a classic car club in Manhattan, which is obviously completely draped out and decked out. Let me show you again. They cranked a lot of horsepower. It's over 600 horsepower and 538 foot-pounds of torque out of a V6, which I don't know how I feel about it. I'm more of a cooler sounding engine guy, and I've never heard of V6. I drove in an NSX today, but I've never heard of V6 engine that really wowed me. I like this. This is, let me get my shadow out of there, sorry about that. This here is a secondary camera. With the mid-engine cars, you do sometimes run into visibility problems in the back. Again, this is that Maserati logo built into the venting for the engine. You do have the, this goes directly to the rear view camera, the rear view mirror, like the C8. So you can have either, you can look through it glass-wise, or you can just come back and turn it on as a rear view camera. This car, they said, didn't require a wing, and just because cars don't require wings, like the 911R to the GT3, doesn't mean cars don't work better or look cooler with wings, so that may be something that they add on. Here, you got a lot of cooling, a lot of downforce. The seats, I don't know how I feel about them. I feel like if they start to get dirty, they're going to be a pain in the tush to clean. I can already see the different stitching options and everything like that you can add on here, the different colored seat belts. I see where things can get optioned out. I don't know, I'm a fan. I would like to drive one. I think we could probably make that happen. And I said the ordering starts tomorrow at the dealership, so we'll be able to see what these things are going for. So you got that for the mirror. This is for the just backup camera. And then the bumper sensors. And I think I'll throw an order on one. It just, I guess I'll go based off of the comments in the video and everything like that. If you guys think that something like this is cool, it legitimately, and I'm not gonna lie, came out of nowhere because maybe I haven't been paying attention, but I knew they were revealing a car, the MC20, when they're like, oh, it's called the MC20. I saw the MMXX, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's called the 2020 or something like that. Roman numerals for those of you millennials who don't pay attention to that. But I came in and I was a little surprised to find out that it was just a regular change of direction sports car. And that is probably the most appealing, because that means it's something that's sort of attainable. And assuming it's fun to drive, assuming it's got this, I mean, almost like Alfa Romeo meets 918, meets NSX, meets i8, they're all very respected cars in their own world. So, and the fact that it's all made in Italy, I like things that are made in Italy. They sound better, they generally drive better, and the only thing they're generally missing is an espresso maker in the car. Should be an option. But if it is, we will see. Let me know your thoughts. I would, if I can get this for like 150 grand, 160 grand, I can rent it for about $1,000 a day. And I think this would be a pretty awesome car to rent for $995 a day. So let me know your thoughts. Rob Ferretti, not in Italy, in Manhattan right now, which sucks, but I should be in Italy, and I'm gonna harp on that. I shouldn't be wearing a mask, and I should be in Italy eating prosciutto and doing Maserati things, but I'm not. But I guess you make the best of what you got, and here you go. Maserati has produced a new car. Let me know your thoughts. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And I mean, honestly, it's not really much not to like. It is the sportiest of cars that I've seen Maserati produce since the MC12, and that is a good direction for the world to be going in. And it's not like electric assist, blah, 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 blah. It's a sports car with an engine, and we like that. So you guys are familiar with my other company, Adventure Drives, right? Well, we're gonna be going to Scotland in October. We're gonna be doing Scotch distilleries, playing golf at St. Andrews if you wanna do that, walking around, seeing lakes, waterfalls, driving the North Coast. It's going to be an amazing trip. Prices start as low as $2,500 per person for the shorter trip in Scotland. If you're interested in going, check out the link in the description.